Hey, follow up to yesterday's video if you haven't seen it. I finished a Bison last night, so looking at this right here, it's pretty nice looking, you know, the typical gold stuff. Gold is super nice, super shiny and everything like that. I don't think anybody ever really had an issue with how the gold looks on this game. I think it's honestly, it's pretty cool. Sniper's done, marksman rifle's done, LMG's done, shotgun's done, all SMGs except the MP7, which I'll be completing today. My setup that I've been running recently, I've been running around with a tactical suppressor, the extended barrel, 1 milliwatt laser to make it easier for me to actually get the hip fire kill, Bando 4 grip. Now, I haven't been messing around with a lot of these different grips, especially when doing challenges and stuff, and especially recently. In the patch that came out yesterday, they had actually adjusted the volume of your, I guess, footsteps whenever you're ADSing or crouching. And I noticed now, because of that, I've been able to, like, infiltrate buildings just like hard ADS or crouching into the building and just like sneaking in basically. And there have been a ton of people, I've had a few people catch me, but there have been a ton of people that just don't hear me at all anymore. So I feel like overall, taking hits to like your aim walking move speed, especially for an SMG, I think it sucks, it hurts. So I would rather learn to control the recoil of the weapon or just not take far away fights. Once this is done, we'll have the platinum SMG. Tomorrow you'll probably see a thumbnail of my stupid fucking face pog champing again at my platinum SMGs now. I chose to do all of those challenges in this order just so I can, you know, hit the, I guess, most tedious ones. That guy didn't even hear me just because I'm regularly walking. I had just spawned here. I don't have a choice of where I'm gonna spawn when I pick the flag. I may have the choice when I'm picking the flag, but not where I'm spawning around it. Man, I've been reading the replies of the devs since yesterday, since that whole update came out. Man, people are brutal. Sure, I'm brutal at the same time. Sure, I'm giving them, you know, feedback and whatever, but like, fuck. I'm seeing people say some fucked up shit. I mean, I've said some fucked up shit in my life, but what I'm saying, like, to a developer because he didn't make the game the way that I wanted, I can't even repeat half this shit. It's tough, man. All the developers are just getting shit on right now on Twitter. No matter what they say, there's just always somebody replying to something. Because all I'm saying is it's not very difficult to just sit there, look at somebody's tweet, and then just come up with some sort of sarcastic rebuttal just by repeating what they said. And Ashton will be tweeting some shit like, hey man, got myself a cup of coffee this morning. This is great. And you got some random fucking Billy that says some shit like, hey, you know what would make that coffee worse? Skill-based matchmaking. Listen, I'm complaining. Don't get me wrong. What the fuck? There was somebody that said some shit where they were like, I hope that your kid plays a game that you developed so they can tell you how shit it is. Imagine being a game developer and then having your kid that plays a game that you developed and then they are just talking about it. It is rough out here for those guys. I was expecting that, but shoo. No, I had contemplated doing my own study on the whole reverse boosting thing just to see the stupid ass difference for the whole thing. I mean, I may disappoint FaZe Kitty over here because there's some people apparently that are out here fucking straight out just reverse boosting to get into good lobbies so they can hit clips. Shit, people have been doing that since like Black Ops 1. I remember coming across somebody that I watched like years ago. This is back before I was even like making YouTube videos, I think. I went into theater mode and watched one of the YouTubers I watched at the time. I genuinely thought that their account got hacked at one point because I saw that they joined a lobby and was going like 0-40, 0-50, 0-60. And I went to spectate those games because it was theater back on Black Ops 1. And it was just him just sitting there C4ing himself over and over and over again. People have been doing this shit for a while. Given I haven't been going for clips or anything like that, clips on this game have just been kind of tough. The state that they are and the viewership and how much it's even worth doing this shit anymore, it's like, I don't even know. And work their asses off for months and months and months to produce a montage that took hours and hours of time for people to just like not look at it. And then you have like 1 or 2 gameplays where you end up just doing, you know, overly average with just a good title and thumbnail and it gets double the amount of views. Fuck that shit. I can totally see where people are coming from with that whole thing. I'm not saying I ain't gonna make for Jever 4 or whatever, but I know that I'm not held up to this standard, but for years I genuinely felt like I needed to produce a good montage in order to like prove myself, I guess. And I did. I mean, I made some good montages. I would say that they're solid montages. Sure, obviously, you know, I wouldn't let a montage out of my own if I didn't like it, but people have been asking how I do my challenges for all the guns because I've been getting like a gold gun and a half every single day. It's probably not the fastest, you know, way that you can get it. I know people out there. Oh yeah, apparently Damascus is just straight up broken anyway. You can't even unlock it. There are just challenges that you can't complete. I've completed completed over 20 weapons at this point, and I haven't ran into a gun where I can't complete the challenge yet. But apparently other people out there are having some issues with things. There's some people out there that were able to get all of the guns done except for like 1 or 2 challenges that just wouldn't complete. They wouldn't track. It wouldn't allow them to complete it, so they can't unlock the thing. The same thing happened with Chrome on World War II, man. I don't know what's up with these games and having these challenges that lock people out, but I know that these challenge systems are incredibly complicated and all the tracking and shit like that. It's like a ton of shit server side and bugs and all sorts of shit, whatever. But basically, as soon as I get a challenge that I need to complete, like, hey, say for example, I just unlocked get hipfire kills, I will immediately start going for hipfire kills. The thing about it on this game is that your gun levels up much faster and is able to start unlocking a bunch of different challenges well before you're able to actually complete a lot of the challenges, especially for guns like this. The SMGs require like over 100 hipfire kills and stuff like that, whereas on the other ones you would only need to get like 50 or 70 hipfire kills or some shit like that. On here it's like 110 or some shit. Do the challenges as you get them. Don't sit there and concentrate on just trying to get your headshots or whatever. Literally every fucking kill that you get, just fucking crouch until all of your crouch challenges are done. And as soon as you get your challenge for mount kills, which is definitely the most tedious and annoying part of the entire thing, the part that I dread most, as soon as you get your challenge for mount kills, go for that. Always. Be trying to do shit as efficiently as possible. Be crouching, mounted, headshotting and shit like that. Anything to just try to make it more efficient. Oh yeah, and they also, so on top of that, even if I had actually even completed all the Damascus grind today, I wouldn't actually be able to complete it unless I'm somehow really incredibly lucky and none of my challenges are bugged. But I'm pretty sure I'm no special occasion. I started getting frustrated recently and started putting a sniper secondary on and just started sniping people that wouldn't let me run over to them and just shoot them. I start playing in super petty ways when people start fucking just like sitting around and whatever. I'll just sit there and wait for them. I do the same exact shit that I do on UFC. I honestly think Requise has influenced my life a lot more than I would like to imagine. Requise has given me confidence that I shouldn't have. There are times where I'll just be like, okay, I've tried pressing into this guy about 3 or 4 times and he's killed me repeatedly every single time, and he's just gonna be sitting there racking up kill streaks. So it's like, okay, don't go that way. But no, you know what I do? I turn it into a thing where it becomes now a chess match where I'm outweighting him. I promise you, if you want to sit there and sit on a fucking windowsill, I promise you I can do it better than you. I'm over it. I'm done trying to do this shit where I have to hold myself to this like handicapped position. Being a sniper and shit, actively handicapping myself at all times. Now I get pissed the fuck off because I've handicapped myself. So fuck it. Apparently had buffed or like made a change to the platinum / Damascus camo. They've made them both more bright and vibrant and reflective. I should say they definitely made Damascus more vibrant. They made platinum shinier and more reflective. I'll still probably say that's not enough, but oh yeah, it's way more clean now. It's shinier. It's not nearly as blotchy either. It used to have like all these little like blotchy spots on it. I mean, some people will probably say it looks the same, and I mean, I get what they're saying. There's not really much you could do with this, but at least they buffed it a little bit. I'm really excited to see Damascus, and now I'm curious about what Damascus would have looked like pre-patch. The gameplay we've seen so far is like a fucking knife or some shit like that. No one has gameplay of this shit because it's just locked. It's behind so many bugged ass things and no one can get it. Oh, I love this game. I love it so much.